What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Wisco Madman, coming at you with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button down below, hit that sub, and flip the notifications over to all. Now, we're checking out some Upchurch vlogs here. This one's from about 3 months ago. This is Aliens and Cows Decoded. Dude, just looking through what I got to check out tonight, the list of videos that I already pre-opened. Church was on one back then. That is for sure. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump up in it.
How's it going, Creek Squad? So first, before we start this video, if you haven't seen my video from yesterday, go check it out. It correlates with this one. Actually, a supporter of mine having a question about my last video is what led me to make this one. Shout out to my girl, Ambro. And shout out to Ambro's girlfriend because...
Oh, by the way, I'm wearing Ambro's shirt. I didn't even know he was going to mention her. But, yeah, Ambro's shirt. Actually, I'll go back to full screen. But we might have had a moment on one of her lives, and she made this shirt for me, so... I did not have sexual relations with that lesbian. No, I do not do my Bill Clinton very well, but I still thought it was hilarious. So shout out Ambro for making this shirt for me. That's so fucking dope. Y'all want to go ahead and check out her page. If you go to her merch site, she does have it on her merch site. So I highly suggest you get it. I think it's hilarious. Her fucking head cut out here is even... her head cut out here is even her face posted on Bill Clinton's body. Thought it was hilarious.
She also had the same question. And I'm glad somebody had this question because if you don't watch my last video, pretty much it's showing all the similarities with sex trafficking and UFOs and aliens. And it's very uncanny. It's like it's too many things. And I've always wanted to elaborate on this question that she has. And I'm so glad that she came forth and was like, hey, does anybody else think this is weird? And what does this mean if it is something? Because I have a theory on her question. Here's her question.
I do have that question. Why is it always a cow? Any picture you see of aliens, extraterrestrials, their spacecraft, their vehicle, why is it always a cow they are beaming up? I'm really curious on that. And my wife is as well. She's even more curious than I am. So me...
Yeah, where did that whole cow thing originate? Like, it is kind of like, why is it always a cow? She's got a point. I've never really asked that question, but she's got a fucking point. Like, why?
And Witchy Wife would greatly appreciate it if somebody could give us their opinion on why it's always a cow.
That's a good question, and that's something that I did wonder for a long time, till I did a shit ton of looking. Why has it always been a cow? Me at age 32, I can remember when I was a kid, always hearing the aliens stole cows. It's been depicted in movies, kids shows.
You know, the only other thing that comes to mind, and this is probably completely unrelated, but isn't the cow like the center of the Indian religion, like they're sacred or some shit? Is it Buddhism or Hinduism? I'm not sure which religion it is because I won't claim to be super versed in that religion, but isn't the cow sacred in like one of the Indian religions?
Illustrations, hell, even the news.
Ooh.
Is that a fucking cow flying?
In different ways too. Even there's been aliens inside cows. But here's the thing, you really gotta watch what they're doing and what they're saying while they're depicting the cows and the aliens at the same time. For instance, watch this next clip from Men in Black, and I'm gonna walk you through it real quick. Now look, while we're watching this, don't think aliens and cows. Think sex trafficking.
Oh God.
For real. Now watch.
Useless, Beatrice. The only thing that pulls its weight around here is my goddamn truck.
So if you notice the dialogue between him and his wife, he's saying, you're useless. The only thing that pulls weight around here is my truck. How does most sex trafficking get done? Truck and trailer.
I can't disagree. Ah!
Are you looking to rock a full beard like me in a mat?
Well, you see what just happened? Well, there's no use for the farmer because there's no use for the truck. That's why the UFO crashed into the truck. You're cutting out the middle.
Yeah, I can't. I kind of see what he's saying. I can't disagree with the logic by any means, but I'm curious where he's going with this. And sorry for the ad, guys. My next vlog video will be fixed because I'm gonna have to. Apparently, in my Windows update, I somehow lost my ad blocker, so I'll get there.
Man, now you don't need the truck and trailer. You don't even have to deal with actual traffic. If what some people in the government are saying is true, if they have these floating vehicles to do it, well, then you don't need the farmer anymore. You stole the identity or the job of the farmer. Now, what does that do for the weirdo buying humans? Well, there's no risk because there ain't no farmer to go snitch or have blackmail on you, right? And also, figures, money.
Figures.
That's the first thing he talks about when he walks out the door. And also, look, there's a tree on fire. Look at all the weird fucking fires we've had lately.
You know, most people will call bullshit on the way Church is logicking, but he likes to play with words. And if you really actually, like, humor him and go with what he's doing here, like the kind of, I don't know, wordplay's the only thing that can come to mind, but he's critically thinking through this shit, man. So I highly recommend you give him some credit on that and consider what he's saying.
What the heck is it, Ager?
Get your big butt back in the house.
What is he doing? He's keeping the female contained. He says, get back in the house. She goes back in. What? Then the person that was in the UFO takes the position of the farmer. What do the old folks used to say? Read between the lines.
An entire movie
Now
made
there's
about sex
films.
trafficking.
You have to see past the frame
Interesting.
of what you're watching. Now watch what he says when he goes inside the house.
Give me sugar.
Going back to terminology. You know what give me some sugar means in the country? It means give me some love. Give me some affection. Give me it. Now listen to what he says.
In water.
Yep. Give me sugar in water. Not and water. In water. Who is getting some weird ass sugar out there in the water recently?
Holy shit, bro. I mean, I know your country, but goddamn, that's a shit ton of nicotine. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only ADD motherfucker in this bitch that's like, holy fuck, he's putting a shit ton in.
Epstein. And look, he kept getting sugar, and then his friends wanted some sugar out there in the water.
More.
Motherfuckers who got weird ass addictions like that always want more and more and more. Till it's all gone. Or it has to stop because everyone figures out, yo, shit. Now back to the original question. What's up with the depiction of cows and aliens? Well, what is a cow? It is a female domestic cattle that gives birth to calves. What do cows do for us? When you go to the store to get what? Jugs of milk? Okay. So the product that is the cow is producing for you, right? And it can reproduce for you more jugs of milk. What do sex traffickers take the most? Young women and children. They're taking cows to reproduce. They're making calves to reproduce in the future.
Oof.
And once the cow can't reproduce, will probably get sent to the slaughterhouse. If the cows is the moms and the calves is the kids, that would explain why they fucking do evil shit like put missing kids on milk cartons, dude. If you ask me,
Yo,
I
that's
think
fucked
it's
up.
how they communicate with each other. It's communicating without communicating. And it's right
If that's actually true, that's like super fucked up.
in front of everyone's face, so they don't have to hide it. What did they say about
Yikes.
5 years ago? I read a thing that said, the dark web is now on the surface web. There you go. If the dark web is pinpointed in a little spot, it's going to be easy to find. If it's walking amongst every other thing in the web, well, you got to know the language to find it. And how do you do that? How do you find it? You have to notice it. To notice it, you have to have a pretty damn good attention span. What has gone down over the past 50 years? Attention span. No one can pay attention to anything. If you can't pay attention to what's going on, how can you understand what's going on? People who don't have a good attention span, that don't understand what's going on, when someone who does understand it says something, well, the person with the low attention span just calls you stupid. When really, they're the stupid one. So stupid that they don't know they're stupid. They think they're doing the right thing by telling you, you're wrong, you're wrong. You ain't looking at nothing, dingle nuts.
Right?
Half these motherfuckers don't know what words mean. Bro, a lot of them can't read or write good. Who else couldn't read or write good once upon a time? Slaves. Where were the slaves at? On farms. They weren't allowed. Now, why would you make a rule that someone's not allowed to read or write?
That's alien
Because you didn't
information.
want them to figure out some sort of fucking language. Now look, why is there a huge gap in hieroglyphs and the alphabet? There's not. They want you to think there's a huge gap. No, they're still using hieroglyphs. They're just moving and in cartoons. Dora the Explorer. What does she do?
Let's go, jump in. You can lead the way. Hey, Dora, it's Dora.
God damn it. Sorry, guys.
She's a little girl that has no parents with her that just roams through the woods with a
Encouraging parentless kids to normalize sex trafficking, maybe?
monkey that has boots. Monkey business, boots on the ground. Well, if she's wandering through the woods by herself, well, that's not good, right?
Right.
Little kids have imaginations. Do you want your kid watching that being like, aha, I can leave with no parents as well and just walk around and go in?
Normalizing it. Unfortunately, that is a lot of what TV's become now, is normalizing shit that wasn't normal.
An adventure in the woods. Well, if you have a little kid who goes walking out in the world these days, who's to say they don't end up on a farm like the fucking Teletubbies? Bye-bye.
Creepiest fucking show ever. And yes, I did watch it once in a blue moon when I was a kid. Creepy. Just think about the motherfuckers that make kids shows. I mean, look at what happened to Elmo. Or what? Elmo happened... Look at how Elmo happened to... You know what I mean. You get what I'm saying? Creepy ass fucking shit. Ugh.
The Teletubbies disappear
lies.
in a concealed bunker in the hills on a energy farm. Look in the background. You see the windmill?
Normalizing windmills back then. Huh. Wonder why.
Now look, what's going on with farms in our life? Farmers who ain't fucking weirdos, who just want to, live on a farm and do country boy shit, are getting fucked out of their farms. Who's buying their farms? Fucking rich people. What are
Bill
they doing with
Gates!
them? Making them energy farms. So to answer the question in a full circle, why do I think there was a weird depiction between UFOs?
Huh. That's why they call them wind farms. Because they steal the farmer's land. That's fucked.
Cows and cows. You ever heard the term cash cow? Well, if they steal the cows and get cash for the cows, you get way more cash for a human than you do for a fucking cow. Which is why all these new farms ain't got no fucking cows on them. And I know what you're thinking. Well, is there any depiction of that specifically in these shows, like you're saying? Yeah. There's actually a fucking cow purse. What do you put inside of a purse? Cash. Why would you make a purse on a kid's show have cow print on it unless it was about cash cows? Open your eyes and stop being.
That is disturbing as fuck. Why would a kid's show... Why? Why? I can't even fucking watch that shit.
Open your eyes and stop being a lazy fucking American and realize what's going on. Or what could possibly be going on.
See, I didn't watch enough of that show. So I didn't really care. I watched bits and pieces and I don't recall that scene. Obviously, because I haven't watched every Teletubby scene. But seeing that cherry picked out, that is fucked. Like, why?
Slavery never ended.
And to any parents sitting there that don't see the problem, they're probably just going, oh, well, it's just kids goofing around kind of show. Nah, dude, like, let's be real. He's playing with his butt. That's... You get the point.
It just changed up its framework. One last thing. What was the problem
take a
with
last thing? God damn
herding
it.
the slaves and keeping them in one spot when they were on these farms? Them getting away. And being able to run to someone else and tell them. Where would you go to not have to worry about herding cows? Not have to worry about traffic? A fucking island. Who the fuck owns the island we all know about? Okay then. Why the
he's
fuck don't
dead
we
now.
know anything about it?
I have paperwork on it.
The longer it takes for this fucking list to come out, the more fake
You mean the list that I have?
bullshit lists are on the internet. At that rate, we would never find out. Epstein's list ain't a fucking Netflix series, motherfucker. Just tell us who's all on the fucking list!
I mean, do enough research. It's there, bud. Like, it's not... I don't know. I should still break it down, honestly. But I just... tired. Lots of work. You know, that kind of shit. But I do have, like, flight logs and shit like that. And, yeah, things that people aren't fucking talking about for some reason. So, there's that. But, anyway. If y'all like this reaction video, go ahead and smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for coming, sharing, subscribing. I really do appreciate y'all being here. As always, if you haven't checked out Upchurch's page yet, please do so. And if you're not subbed up, yeah, what is you doing? Like, why are you here watching this if you ain't subbed to church? Like, come on. But anyway, like I said, appreciate y'all being here. And we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.